Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to Cities in Motion 2. Now, before I start the episode itself, I just want to have a quick word with you guys about comment of the week, or comments of the week. It's going to be a new feature I'll be bringing into Friday episodes, as well as doing the big builds. Basically what it will be is any comments that you guys put on my videos over the Monday, Wednesday, and the previous Friday's episodes will be featured in Friday's episodes. So for example, if I started running this last week, all the comments that you put on last Friday's video, last Monday's video, and last Wednesday's video would be featured today. Now, because this is the first time I've actually mentioned this, there will be no comments of the week feature in this week's episode. But next Friday, I will start coming up with comments of the week and replying to them and featuring them and including the names of the people who commented them. So if you have any comments you want to put, don't be afraid, put them in the comment section, and the best ones will be chosen for comment of the week. So that's that out of the way. Now I'm going to show you some changes that I've made off camera. We built some new tram lines. Let me show you those first up. So we've got a new tram line. Where is it? Over here. There it is. This is the City Auto 8. There's a clockwise and anti-clockwise line. They run through part of City East here, or Birch Grove as it's now called. Through this section. Now this is City East here because I haven't come up with a name for it yet. This residential area is Birch Grove. And then it drops down underground, goes through Pimlico Island, and then into the City Auto network via a new leg of the triangle here at, what would I call this? City Auto Square, I suppose. And I've also moved the Petronas Towers over slightly so they're closer to this road. And that's part of something else that I've done. Let me show you the other part that I've done first. We have to go over to Tram Square for this. Now, Tram Square itself has stayed the same. Nothing here has changed. You might notice though there's a few stops that are currently unassigned. That will hopefully be filled in today's episode, all of these stops. What's different is these avenues around the outside have now been replaced with bus avenues. And bus avenues only. There's one junction here that's traffic light controlled. One junction down in this corner. Where is it? Here, that's traffic light controlled. And one over in this corner, which is traffic light controlled. All the rest are as you were. Nice and normal. The bus avenues. And the reason I've done that is it gets rid of the traffic lights. So now trams can just freely pass across into Tram Square, and it's gotten rid of pretty much all of the congestion that was built up around here. It's really, really cool watching the trams coming in and out now. Because of that, I had to go around and reroute a few of the tram lines. So you might have noticed already down here, what used to be the south end of the Maroon line is now vacant. And the reason I've done that is because I've turned Tram Square into a loop system. That's why some of these stops are now unassigned. Each tram line that comes into Tram Square only stops at one of these stops. So for example, the Maroon line, I believe, goes via this one. No, was it this one? Which one does the Maroon line go via? I have done the Maroon line. It should be here somewhere. Not that one. This one. So it goes down this way. I think it's either that one or it's that one. There it is. That one. So the Maroon line comes south to here, across to this junction, down south here, through here, round this way, and then heads back north to its terminus. Every single tram line now does that. Doesn't matter where it enters from, it does one loop either of the north section here or the south section here, and then heads back. And it's a working system, as you can see. There's a couple of times where trams get queued up. The biggest issue is people crossing the road here to go to and from the metro stops and the tram stops. As soon as they've cleared, trams just head straight through, and there's no issue there whatsoever. So the next step of this task is to link up the rest of these depots, and I feel comfortable doing this without risking ruining the system, because there's a much greater capacity there now than there was before. So I can come up with some brand new tram lines and not have to worry at all about the consequences. So with that in mind, I'm just getting up shades of red. And and let's see what we get, shall we? Have I used burgundy? I don't think I've used burgundy. There used to be a burgundy line, but there isn't anymore. Yeah, let's do burgundy. So burgundy, and we'll timetable it. I've already got this set up. We'll do it the same as Cypress Creek bus line. Like so. And then we'll map out the route. So I've already mapped out this one. It's just a case of actually putting the stops in where I want them to go. It's given me an opportunity to rebuild some of these roads and some of these stops as well. Make sure they're in a better position than just crammed in the corner where they used to be. Especially when I've added extra roads and the stops have become a bit congested because of that. It's given me a real opportunity to fix those messes. And just rebuild parts of the city. And just bits of road that I wasn't happy with, and turn avenues into pathways and pathways into avenues. Just give me a really good opportunity to actually fix all those issues. Right, so this one I do want to head south along here, or head along the south end, up this bit, into the Tram Square depot hub system, like that, and then through that bit, and back south again. You might have also noticed that a lot more of these trams are running at capacity now because of this little trick. It's forcing people onto certain lines, and because each line only stops at Tram Square once, it has turned it into a proper interchange point. And even the City Auto system underneath Tram Square is now more popular because of that. And it's turned into a really, really good, well-worked system, and I'm really, really pleased with it. I'm very surprised that it works so well first time, but I am still really, really pleased with it. So that's the Burgundy line done. The other new tram line I built was over in this direction. This is one of the areas I was talking about rebuilding. We now have a three-way tram interchange at this stop here, where the Cerise line, the Cardinal line, and the Ruby line anti-clockwise all meet here, and in this direction the Ruby line clockwise, the Cerise line, and the Cardinal line all meet here. I'm going to upgrade these stops because it is a major interchange point. Because they also meet with the Tangerine line B. Is this one? Tangerine B? Yeah. This used to be the avenue that used to dip down underground and come back up again. I changed it to a pathway so these monorail track would have some more supports. And I put the bus avenue in here because this area is going to become a bus heavy area as well. We have the new platforms for the City Auto line, which aren't too popular at the moment, but they will be shortly. Because one of the other things we're doing in today's episode is redoing the City Auto network. Nothing particularly wrong with it. There's just a small issue at one of the junctions up here where trams keep getting caught up, and it causes a huge backlog of trams, and it becomes a real nightmare to try and sort out. But I'll be dealing with that in a minute, because the one thing I want to work on now is this tram line here. I want to upgrade that depot, and I want to build a new line, and this one is going to be called the... Now we had a Rose line and it didn't work out, so I think it's fair that we redo the Rose line and give it another go. So this is the Rose line. Again, we're going to timetable it the same as Cypress Creek. Pretty much all of these tram lines are timetabled at exactly the same time of day to run every hour. So in theory, every tram should be arriving at Tram Square at the same time. But because of the distance of the journey and also traffic issues that might come up along the route, it ends up being spaced out quite evenly. And like I said, so far, at least, it's working very, very nicely. And I hope that that can keep up, because that would be really, really cool. I'm just going to downgrade this stop, because people are only getting off there. There's no reason really for it to be fully upgraded. Now I'm going to map out the line. So we're going to go south all the way through the city streets here, and keep heading south. We're missing some stops. I think we could have some more stops here. Could have one here, for the southbound, and one here for the northbound. There we are. So, one there, and one there. And again, I'll make a change here. Move that to this side of the road. And I'm glad I decided to do... I was umming and ahhing about this idea. And then I thought about all the different bits of road that I wanted to rebuild and make better. And it kind of won the argument for me. I ended up just doing it because I wanted to change the roads more than I wanted to change the tram square itself. And it worked, so I'm happy. MCH. We now have, was it 4 tram lines that go via the MCH? I'm counting this as being part of the MCH. Someone did ask me if I was going to rebuild the tram tracks that came out from above ground and went underground again. Probably not is my answer to that. I'm not ruling it out because it is possible. The connections are still there. But at this moment in time, it's not really likely to happen. Just because at the moment traffic is flowing perfectly and I don't want to jeopardize that by putting trams on the road network again. That's one of the reasons why the City Auto network was built underground, was so that we didn't have every single avenue clogged up with trams. Even though that's what we're doing with these ones, these are quiet avenues. Not many people cross the road and not many cars drive down them. So it actually works out quite nicely. Right, is this the one that goes via... It is. So, am I going to reroute this slightly? I can actually reroute it via this avenue onto this maroon line and then down into the tram square. Or, I mean, let's build that bit in first. Again, I'm not going to rule it out because it's not a bad idea. I just think as well as that, this is almost like tram square 2 what we're building now. Actually, I think that's a good one because then you have an interchange with the metro hub as well. I won't carry it on this way because it will come to a dead end again and it's not really worth worrying about that right now. So I need more stops, so we'll put one there and one there. And it just keeps these tram lines segregated for that little bit longer. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just means that when you've got only one line running on one track via one stop, more people are going to use that line because there's no alternative. Okay, now at this point I think I'm going to carry on heading south. I want to use that stop that hasn't got any other lines going through it. So I'm going to carry on heading south via this way and then go round this way, back north this way, and then via that stop there and that waypoint there, head back north, keep heading north, one more stop there, and then round this way to the interchange, and then back north all the way back to depot. And that's good, I like this. I like the way we're doing this now. Every single line is being carefully mapped out and planned. And that's exactly what we're going to do with the City Auto network as well. Whoops. There we go. No, missed again. There we go. And back to depot. Right, so this needs... Let's see here. Needs 16 trams. We're going to buy 20. Let's buy 20... let's buy 20 Scandi Tram Nuovos. Hopefully this line itself will actually be quite popular, even if the roads that it's built on aren't that popular. I think that'll be a good solution to the problem. Okay, so we've done all that. Now we're going to redo City Auto network. So the first thing we do is delete City Auto 2, because we don't need that line anymore. And then we're going to grab City Auto 1. We're going to delete all of its stops. And we're going to start again. So, go through that stop there, go through this stop here. Same route, exactly the same route as before, with one difference. So we get to here, we can keep going south. Keep going south to this point here, go underground to this stop. Stay underground to this stop. Under the water to this stop. And now at this point we break off into a loop, and I think actually I'm wondering which is the best loop to use, because there's about 3 or 4 loops in this city that we can have now. I think this one will do better going up via the metro hub, and then via this stop here, and then via so I think we needed another stop there. I could build another stop there actually, just for City Auto 1. So that's quite close to ground level. So I can go grab pedestrianised street, go 1, 2 underground, build that straight across. Hang on, let's get this right. Build it straight across like that. And then put in metro track to connect that to... Oh, dearie me. No, no, no. We're not doing that. That's horrendous. Just got to do this right. Do it right, do it proper, and then there's no problems. So let's do it like that to... there. And now I should be able to connect this up with no problems. There you go, it's one end. And then I'll do this end. Actually, no, still not right. And the reason for that is I don't want trams not stopping to use that as a way through. So I think on the outside of the curve is the best place for this. And it also gives me an excuse to put a curved station in, which everybody by now should know that I love curved stations. I don't know what it is about them. There's just something about curved stations on this game that are really, really cool. I hope I'm not the only one thinking that as well. I don't want you all thinking I'm weird. Right, so that can connect up like that. And then on this side, it can connect up like that. Put the tram tracks through. Like so. And then I need to delete a street. I'll just delete all these streets. I'm pedestrianising a lot more areas of the city as well. That was another thing that someone had suggested to me, was pedestrianise more of the streets. And it was a very good suggestion indeed. Very useful suggestion. It's made building a lot easier. It's also made traffic management a heck of a lot easier. Just not having to worry about it. And there you go, the newest station on the City Auto network is complete. And this has a high capacity, this station, look at it. If I build the stops right at the end, you could probably fit 2 trams between between the station and the junction. So I can put that one there. I can move this one a little bit further over, put it there, and then get rid of that. What did I just get rid of? Did I get rid of a street lamp? I think I did. Whoops. Oh well. Life goes on. But yeah, I can now put that as a stop in the line. And then I can put tram square. And then up to here. That one. And then back north to this one. And then just fill out the rest of the route. So there, excuse me, there, there, and just keep heading north till we get to this bit. Now I think City Auto 1 has the longest street running section of any of the lines. That's actually a pretty cool thing, pretty cool feature. It means now I can get rid of a bundle of trams. I can get rid of 30 trams from this depot now. You know, this was the original City Auto line. I was never going to change it too much. I was just going to reroute it. and build a new station for it. But the above ground section I was always going to leave the same. This was either going to be part of the City Auto network, or I was going to put this piece of avenue back in and just have a straight bit of avenue all the way down and have that as the City Auto line, but call it something else, obviously, after a shade of red. I'm happy that we have the City Auto network. It's by far my best network I've ever built, apart from that one little junction issue which is now causing me to redo this the way I am. So that was City Auto 1. We're now going to do City Auto 2, which means upgrading this depot. Going down to the bottom here. City Auto 2. Now before we go any further, I'm going to quickly save my game, just to make sure that we don't lose any of our progress in case something does go wrong, because it does happen on this game. Things do go wrong. My desktop freezes, or the game freezes, or if it alt tabs me out, the game crashes. Oops, got to do the depot first. So I'd rather not lose any of the data, and I'd rather not lose any of the work that we've done today. So I've started saving the game a lot more on camera. Hopefully you guys don't mind that though. It's part of the process. Right, and again, because we're rebuilding network, I'm going to use this as an advantage, and take advantage of it, I should say, and use this as an excuse to build another new station. And this one's on a slope by the look of it. That's absolutely fine. Again, we're building these new stations a lot bigger than the old ones. I've definitely learnt my lesson there. Some of the old stations were a little bit too small, and that's why the capacity issue has become a huge problem. But we're fixing that now. We're fixing that with this. Let's lay the tracks through first, actually. So this could be there, there, and there. Now we can build the streets. So one from there goes down. Is that really too steep? I could do this end, surely. Yes. Can I it really won't let me do this end? Wow. I did not expect that. Oh well, I'm just going to pedestrianise that instead. Not enough space? Why on earth not? No. You lie. You lie, game. Right, so we want to stop right down this end, and a stop right down this end. Big platforms. These ones are probably too big. Might have to run more lines through here just to make it worthwhile. But there we go. Then we go under the water to this station. Now again, I might use these platforms. There you go, it's just alt-tabbed me out. That's probably ruined the video now. Yep, game's crashed. Right guys, I'll be back in a second, don't you worry. Don't you worry. Let me just get up OBS. Come on, game. I hate it when it crashes. It's the most annoying thing ever. Why is it doing this? I've just got a black screen now. I'm seeing what you're seeing. Ah, here we go. Right, back in a second, guys. Back in a second. Okay guys, we are back, and I will say now the audio might be slightly out of sync because of the way I ended the audio in the video, so if it is, just ignore it. Pretend it's not a problem. Right, so what have I done? I've gone back and I've redone this City Auto 2 bit, and I've also rebuilt this station. Where has it gone? Over here. I've made it smaller this time, for obvious reasons. But now I can finish off the line. So we'll carry on heading north. Now, I've been debating about which platforms to use. I don't think I'll use this station. I think I'll just head straight up to this station. Like so. And then I'll go via this platform here. Did it work? This platform here. There we are. And then this line will go via Tram Square. Down and around this way to this station. And then down to this station, and then actually that's a very good question. Do I have a link between this platform here and this platform here. Let's see how it routes it. Yeah, it's not routing it the way I wanted it to. So I can build... Okay, I might be able to sort this. I might be able to do this. It'd be cool if I could. So from here, I can build a line out this way. Like that. Put it under the water. Like that. And then I should be able to just join it up. Like that. There we are. Problem solved. And then I can have a stop here, which is now getting quite busy. Freeway is also very, very busy because of this junction up here. In fact, is that spreading all the way? Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll have to look at that some other time. We will have to look at that because that is intolerable. There's no way I can cope with that. What was I doing? Oh yeah, finishing this line. So it'll go like that, and then it'll come out from underground to stop here, and then here, and then here, and then depot. So it's telling me not enough vehicles. That's cool. I knew that anyway. We'll get some rail CADs. How many does it need? No way does it only need 5. I don't believe that. No, something's not right there. I'm going to have to map it out again. That's annoying. Again, this game just does that to me sometimes. Whoops. It just suddenly randomly decides that the route should be completely different, and it completely changes the number of vehicles you need, as well as the passenger capacity. That's seriously affected by it too. And it does really get on my nerves. So I just have to redo the entire route because of that, basically, and it's incredibly frustrating. Right, so it was up this way, and then it was via this platform here. Where is it? There. And then via this one here, and then via... this one here, wasn't it? And then this one here, and then this one here, and then back to this one here. No, it's still saying 5. It is still saying 5. I do not believe that one bit. Do I believe that that's only 5 vehicles needed? Is it timetabled? That's why it's not being timetabled. You watch, this number will start going up now. There you go, it's up to 9. Now it's dropped to 8. Really? Is that it? It just needs... There you go, 10. Right, 10. So I'm going to get 15 rail CADs. Like so. And now I think there's only 2 more that need doing. There's... Where's it gone? This one. City Auto 5 needs redoing. And that comes from the depot, which is here. This is City Auto 5. So, let me just quickly save the game again. Because you've seen now, I don't trust it. It crashes a lot. Do not trust it 1 iota. Okay, so that's that done. We're now going to close City Auto 5, like so, and we're going to reroute it. Now I think this one's going to do a big loop. So it'll go across like this, across like this, and so on. It'll go to its main station here. Now at this point, it'll break off this way, and it'll go via Tram Square, and then it'll go down this way via this station here and this station here, and then it'll go this station here. Can't do this one here because there's no way back, so it has to be this one, and then it'll go via this platform here, back via the metro hub, which should be, yep, that's all done, cool. Back above ground to that stop there, that stop there, that stop there, and back to depot. And that's it, done. It only needs 19 vehicles now, but I'm going to keep it with 25, just so there's definitely enough. And then the last, let's go check this one up here as well, actually. So that one, no, this one. That's got 2, clockwise and anti-clockwise. So that one's technically done, because they loop around anyway. So the only one now that needs doing is this one here. So this one needs upgrading to max size. Now this is going to have to be City Auto 9, because we've gone up to 8, so this has to be 9. Although actually, whoops, City B, no, Auto 9. Is there a City Auto 6? It's hard to skip through all these now and look. City Auto 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, there is a 6. Okay. That's fine. No problem. So we've got 9 City Auto lines now. That's incredible. That really is incredible. I never thought we'd get that many. Huge number. Astronomical. Right, so this is going to be 2 stops very close together. One there and one there. Do the same trick here, downgrade this one like that, put a stop there, goes underground. I was tempted to extend this if I was going to redo it, but I don't think there's much of a point really, because we could just make it longer around the loop. It's got 2 stops there. We then go to the MCH, stop there. Now is this the one that does the... No. This is the one that goes via this station here. And then we go underneath the water. Now this one, I'm going to have go via... Actually, yes, I'm going to do it that way. That's clever. Why didn't I think of that before? So this one is going to be a very, very short loop. It's going to go down under this tunnel here. It's going to stop here. It's then going to loop round to this stop here, and then it's going to head back to where it came from. That's clever. I should have thought of that before. So this one doesn't actually make it to any of the main stations like Tram Square. It just goes via the metro hub. That should cut some of the congestion problems that we've been having. And it also means this depot will only need a few vehicles. 10 again. That's fine. I can do that. And doing this and making sure they're all looping round, it removes the need to have separate lines going all over the place like we do with the metro. We don't need these lines that break off and loop round and things like that. It can all run on just a continuous loop and work. That's the main thing, it will work. See here, you've got 2 trains approaching like this. This one has to stop, so these 2 can both get across with no problem. Okay, they have to wait one behind the other, but as we said in previous episodes, that happens on the tube and the tram networks anyway. It's not a rare thing, and it's not an unrealistic thing, so there's nothing wrong with it happening. So I have no problem with it. Now, I upgraded all of these vehicles again to railcads, apart from the City Auto loops, because they're all underground, there's no interaction with pedestrians. And the problem was, stops like this, actually no, a better example is a stop like this. The car would stop and then another car would stop behind it, but because of the way it's working, single cars can stop one behind the other and actually load and unload. So the tram car behind the first one would be loading and unloading. Pedestrians would then be looping around it to get past it once the first tram's gone, and it will end up stuck there with a huge clump of people in front of it. And the only way to fix it then was to reset all the lines. But then you've got passengers on the other parts of the line that get annoyed because their tram will never arrive. It will always be clogged up and the line will have to be reset. So the simple solution was all the overground lines, turn them back into railcad cars, and now it works fine. No problems whatsoever. It's a similar problem with buses, but bus stops you can be a bit more flexible with, so that's not so much of an issue. Trams are definitely a nightmare though. And you can see with the vast numbers of people here especially, we ended up with one stop over in City West. What's this again? Cypress Creek, isn't it? This junction here. No, not that one. Oh, is that one? Yeah. This junction here, we ended up with 600 people walking up the road to the next stop because it just got that busy. That's how bad it got. In fact, it was here. This is the one, and you can see I rebuilt the track layout slightly for the Carmine line, just so that wouldn't be an issue anymore. I actually rebuilt the destination of the Carmine line. It now runs. That's a good point. Where does it run to? I've forgotten already. Oh, it does come this way. So the old... Oh, that's another tram line I need to do. That's another City Auto line. Oh, it's fine. We'll do that in a second. This is the Carmine line, and it runs into this part of the city now. The old Carmine South. It used to head straight across here and terminate here, but because of the huge build-up of people here, especially where the Ruby line is, I rerouted it via this new section, and it works quite nicely. I think I did that off camera. I can't remember doing it on camera, so I think I did it off camera. Right, we have one more City Auto line to do, and this is the old terminus of City Auto 2. I remember now. So let's upgrade the stop, the depot, the stop, the depot stop. We'll put a stop there, and we'll grab this. This will have to be City Auto 10. So we've now got 10 City Auto lines. Crikey. And again, I think we'll keep this as a small loop. So these ones will just about scratch the surface. You'll have to change trains to get into the centre of the city. And that's just so that it doesn't get too overly congested. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think a lot of modern transport networks should consider doing this now. The Circle Line in London is a good example, where you do have that little spur that goes out to Hammersmith, but the majority of the line is just a continuous loop. And in terms of train movement, you need less trains, because it's the same ones that run around all the time. Less worry about junctions and signalling, because you can just have one train following directly behind another. Of course, you'll still need signals for safety reasons, but you won't have to worry about heavily signalling junctions, because there aren't any. It's just a continuous loop. It's only when you've got other lines joining it and leaving it that you'll need to worry about that kind of thing. We don't have signals on this game, so it's not an issue that I worry about right now. It's not a problem. Alright, so we go underground, like so. We then run under the water. Now, where should I take this one? I think I should go straight across here, like that. And then... yeah, I know what we need. I know what we need. We're going to have a new loop here. So it's going to drop down 1, 2, 3, like that, curve round, 1, 2, 3. Should connect up again. Under there. Just like that. And then that will go to this stop here. And then we'll need another new spur of line. This one we might be able to build in literally a straight line. Out, across, and connect like that. And then this will go back to this stop here. And then back under the water to this stop. And then back above ground and back to its depot. And I think that's the missing piece of the puzzle. I do want to add more City Auto lines as we go on. There's more parts of the city that I want to connect, and I am tempted to get rid of City Auto Express and replace it with a metro line, just because I think it's not first of all, it's not an express because the metro trains actually overtake it, so it's definitely not an express. Secondly, the vehicles are absolutely shattered by the time they get back to the depot. This is at 40% and it's nowhere near. So I think it could do with a rethink. Take out the pathways in the middle and put metro tracks in instead. And then the only part where that's going to be a problem is at this end, where it has to connect up again, because metro trains can't run on city streets. That's the only part where it's an issue. Apart from that, it's fine. I'll think about it though. I could just make the line shorter and have it join and separate at different points. Now there is one more bit here. Now what's this part of? Oh, that's an old line that used to go into Tram Square. Okay, I can do that one off camera. That's not a problem. That's not an issue at all. Okay then guys, that just about wraps up this episode. So like I said, next week, don't forget, we'll be starting Comments of the Week. There'll be a brand new segment of this episode purely for that. Any ideas that you have that I could do with the city? I've had a couple for how to fix the freeway problem. And I thought I had fixed the freeway problem, so I didn't read them too literally. But now you can see there's a massive problem with the freeway. So yes, I will be using that idea of having a second freeway running next to the first one. I think that's what you meant when you said it anyway. If so, then yes, that is exactly what I'll be doing. If not, then just give me a little reminder as to what it was you actually meant, and I'll sort that out. I think I've come up with the best way to fix this problem, actually. And it involves what I was saying in the previous episode about rerouting this freeway, extending it further into the city. I think I can get away with that. But I'm not going to worry about that right now, because for now, it is the end of the episode. So until next time guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and until next time, I will see you soon.